Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 113. I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to try my best to learn how to do from 110 and on because I only know how to go up to 110, and that's it. So I will definitely figure that out probably by episode number 114. Anyways, today we are talking about, can you set a stop loss for your Acorns account? This question comes from Dr. Todd Anderson, and he asks or says, my Acorns aggressive portfolio is dropping in value. How do you set a stop loss for yourself to switch to a less aggressive portfolio when the correction hits, or before ideally switching to a high bond portfolio? So to kind of just be completely blunt, you cannot set a stop loss for Acorns. There's just no functionality in the actual app where you can set a stop loss. So I wish that was the case. That would be really awesome. That you could be like, oh, you know what? I'm in this high aggressive portfolio, and then if it drops 5%, then I'll eventually convert. Then I'll convert over to the conservative account and leave it there for a while, and then when the market starts to return, I'll switch back over. That would make a lot of sense, but that's just not the Acorn platform to begin with. Acorns, their main marketing ploy and all that kind of stuff is long-term investing strategy. So they're talking about dollar cost averaging over the course of 40 years is what, or at least 5 or more years is what their goal is. I would say that it's actually probably 20 to 40 because they're really trying to get in millennials to invest. But there are ways to work around and kind of make yourself have a stop loss. So on a normal stop loss, you would set a price. So you would buy into a share. Say you bought into a share at $10, and you're like, you know what? If it goes down to $9, then I'm going to sell because I don't want it to go down any lower than that. So you would set a stop loss at $9. If it went down to $9, then you would sell the share at $9. That's pretty much how it is. So how do you do that on Acorns? Well, you gotta, I would say, write it out, because if you kind of just put it in your brain, you're not going to execute it because we're emotional people. Write it out and then be like, okay, this is the contractual agreement. If my Acorns account drops 5%, this and these numbers are not. I'm not suggesting that you should do it at 5%. I'm just throwing out numbers just for the sake of talking about it. So if it went below 5%, then you would go into it and convert your aggressive portfolio to a conservative portfolio and leave it there. And how long are you going to leave it there? You got to have all this stuff written out so you have a strategy on how you're going to address the situation. So that's what I would do. That would be one way to get around it, is by setting your own stop loss and being like, okay, I logged into my Acorns account every day, and at one day, if it's below 7, 8, 10, 5%, I don't know, 20%, 30%, whatever your risk you can take on, and then I would switch it to the conservative account, or switch it to whatever account you're looking to switch it into, probably one that has more bonds. The other option, which is the second option, would be to open up a Robinhood account and get rid of your Acorns account and invest into those same ETFs that are on Acorns. And then on Robinhood, you can set a stop loss. It's pretty easy. It's literally integrated into the actual app of Robinhood. And so then you don't got to worry about it. So you can set your stop loss at whatever you want. And then boom, once the stop loss hits, you can take that money and invest into the other ETFs that are on Acorns that are doing bonds. And you're not going to be paying any money per month. It'll be completely free, except for where Acorns is going to charge you $1. So it's completely up to you. I like Acorns because they do rebalance your account, and so often and so forth. So if one ETF was to drop quite a bit, it would sell money and put money into that one. If it was to go up by 5% or whatever, it will sell that 5% and disperse it into those other 4 ETFs. So I like Acorns for that reason. It's very automatic. It's like a Sesame Street version of investing, which is great. And I absolutely love it. I do love Stash and Robinhood as well, but they have their different features. Every investing platform is going to have its own features that sets it apart. And Acorns, I feel like, is great for an investor who doesn't understand what a stop loss is and doesn't understand much about investing. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the question of the day. And the question of the day is, should marijuana be legalized? And medically, I agree that yes, it should be legalized, which majority of now states have it legalized, and I don't see a problem with it becoming legalized for the entire country. I think it would actually be a great idea. I think that there's a lot of medical benefits to begin with to medical marijuana and this marijuana use in general. It's kind of like I like there's benefits of drinking like one glass of wine a week or whatever. Like there's antioxidants in wine and that kind of stuff. So there's good benefits that are in wine. Obviously, if you're going to drink 3 bottles of wine a night, you're probably going to end up in a hospital. But same thing with marijuana. I feel like there is a lot more positives that are in marijuana than even like alcohol. So I don't think that there's as much negative effects that come with marijuana besides having the munchies maybe compared to having the drunchies when you're drunk. I think that there's a lot more negative benefits that come with abusing alcohol than abusing marijuana. By the way, in case you guys, quick fact, marijuana has never killed someone. There's never been somebody who's died by overdosing on marijuana. Quick fact, people die all the time overdosing on alcohol. So smoke as much as you want, but don't drink as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's go ahead and leave it there. If you guys have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, or Robinhood, as well as general investing advice, business, Etsy, or coaching, feel free to post those down below, and I will get them on the next episode. But until next time, don't forget to subscribe right up here and check out how do I continue to keep an 8% return on my Acorns account. And then check out the video right here. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.